Hello everyone, welcome back to l- the lessons for beginners. Today we want to talk about the capturing technique we call net. So yes, you can see the shape like this one. We talk about later, and but there's two things do you remember with this to know before you go with later. That is after you go Atari, if there's zones and then can connect the group. So because here's white zone, so you cannot do with later. So what can we do now? That we call net. So the net is to cover the stones, prevent from going out, like this shape. So after black do this, the white stone got captured. The reason is there's no way to go out with. If you go out from this way, black can do the Atari. And once you go out the other way, black can capture the stones. It's the same if you go with this way. So this is pretty important. If we want to capture the stones, we don't have to shorter its liberty. We just to cover it and prevent it from getting out with it. So this is the advanced idea for beginners to just know about. We want to capture, but we don't have to shorter its liberty. So let's see the other example. Like this way. Like this shape, we want to prevent the two stones from getting out. We cannot let the stones connect to the two stones here. So what can we do? If you play the diagonal here, we can play the extend, so you cannot block from the stones getting connect and go outside, have more liberty. It's the same if you play this diagonal here. So how about shorter liberty? It's the same while we'll play the extends. So shorter liberty side is the same. So prevent from getting out, you have to play this move. So if white play this one, you can cut the connection and Atari two stones. So if white want to go out, trying to capture your stones here, you can just capture it because you have more liberty than the two stones. And if you want to go out from this way, you can go with this one and then capture it. So it's pretty important to know this code net. And then how about this shape? It's a little bit similar from we talk about this. It's like a shape of table. So like this one, you can see the two stones here. Okay, sorry. The two stones at the middle have 3 liberty. So what can we do against to the group and trying to capture it? If you're trying to shorten the liberty and white can continue to go out, because there's a lot of space and white can extend its liberty. So it's pretty hard to capture the stones from this side. But also this one. If you go with this, white can just go outside and extends its liberty. So what can we do? So remember we talked about net. Net is to prevent the stones from getting out. So but don't have to shorter its liberty. So is this possible? But white can go out from this side. If you want to cover it, it seems not possible because you have a lot of cut and with just a lot of stone with just 2 liberty here. So the answer is to go with the net like this way. So let's see if y can goes out. If y goes with this way, go out from this way, you can just block in from getting outside, and then this one, and can go with Atari, and finally capture the group. And what if y plays the jump here? You can push from this side and cut the connection, shorter liberty. And if y goes out from this side, it's okay or not. You can cut the connection. And y trying to force your stones, like this way, you can just, because the liberty problem, you can just capture it. How about going out from this side? It's not possible because black can just block the way. If you go with this one, black can just continue with the Atari because the liberty problem, so white cannot do something against with the cuts, with the shape, like cuts. So let's talk about the final example of this. Like this one. This one is a little bit similar from maybe we call later. Like if there's no stones here, you can go with the later with an Atari, force it to the edge. But now there's two stones here. You cannot continue with this. Because white can connect to the stones and have more liberty, and you have to fix your problems of the shape. So what can we do now? We call net is to cover the group, prevent from getting outside. It's like a net, maybe a table shape. So as a shape here, you can you go with the Atari from this side? No, you can't, because white can go with the extents and then connect to the stones. So the answer is to cover the group from this. So can white goes out from this side? No, he can't, because black can block the stones. But as you can see here, maybe this is a double Atari here. No, it's not, because the group here has just one liberty, so black can capture the stones and extends the liberty. And how about you go with this way? You just, the stones here got a Atari, but the group here is just have one liberty, so you can capture the stones from this side. How about go outside from this way? After white play this honey here, and black can play a cut here. And after this, white have just one liberty. So if white wants to go out and Atari 2's group, but it's not able to go out from this way. But you can check. The white group has just one liberty, so you can capture it to extend your liberty. So yes, this is today's lesson. If you are interested in the concept, I can give you more puzzles and exercise to do with. Please check the information below to know more about beginner's tutor. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you.